October is here and so is a new month for NFTs. Today we're going to take a look at how the NFT market is performing. I'm going to share some exciting news that's going to impact the NFT industry, and I'll be sharing some of the really exciting projects that are coming up this month in October. I'm Devin Cook, happy October, and welcome back to DevMoney. Now the first thing to note with the NFT market in September is we actually saw a decrease in the total NFT sales. You can easily see on this chart that the OpenSea monthly volume dropped from $3.4 billion in August down to $2.9 billion in September. So not a huge drop, but it is a drop nonetheless. And as can be expected with the sales drop, and we also saw the OpenSea fees drop as well in September. And the amount of NFTs that were sold on OpenSea actually increased by just a slight amount, but really it was basically flat. We had 1.657 million NFTs sold in August, and in September, we had 1.685 million NFTs sold. So for all intents and purposes, the number of NFTs sold was basically flat for the month of September. And we can see from the daily volume on OpenSea as well that we definitely hit this massive spike here on August 29th, and ever since then, we've just kind of been tapering back through the month of September. Now that might all seem like a bunch of doom and gloom, but don't just be thinking that the NFT market is failing. It's certainly not. One great key indicator that I want to point your attention to is the monthly active users on OpenSea. Because when you look at these numbers, which you can see are registered users who have made at least one transaction. In August, we had 217,000 active users, but in September, we had 278,000 active users. So what these statistics are telling us is that we are seeing more people get into the NFT space, but as a whole in September, we did see less money poured into the NFT space. So more people, but less money. And if you're at all familiar with the stock market, it's pretty common knowledge, and you probably already know that September is historically the worst performing month out of the year. There have been studies done that go all the way back into the 1920s, and they've always found that September is the worst performing month of the year. And there's never really been a rhyme or reason to it. That's just how it's always worked out. And while NFTs aren't directly tied to the stock market, NFTs are directly tied to human behavior. And if people are putting less money into stocks and other investments in the month of September, it does make sense to me that they would be putting less money into alternate investments like NFTs or crypto in the month of September as well. So overall, sales volume was down and active users were up. And when we look here at Google Trends, we do see a slight decrease in the month of September in terms of the total search traffic for the word NFT. My opinion is that the October numbers are definitely going to outperform their September numbers, and we're going to get into some of those reasons why I think so. But first, let's go over some of the top performing NFT projects in the month of September. And obviously, we're going to have our blue chip NFT projects that are just consistently ranked at the top, like you can see here with Axie Infinity, Art Blocks, Loop, CryptoPunks, and the Ape Club. But we've also had some notable entries into the NFT space that have performed really well over the month of September. Ranked number one has been Cryptodes, which has done super well, 61 million in total volume, almost 5,000 holders, and almost 12,000 transactions. And Cryptodes has been performing very well. It just reached the floor price of 6 Ethereum, and everyone is super stoked about it. We also have Cool Cats, which is coming not far behind, and at 57 million in total volume, 1,400 new buyers, and 2,300 sales. And you can see Cool Cats has just really exploded. They hit a floor price of 9.3 Ethereum, which is just crazy, and they're coming up on 5,000 holders. They're currently at 4.7 thousand holders. Next, we have the Sneaky Vampires, which come just under 50 million in total volume, 4,300 new buyers, and 9,900 sales. And their floor price is definitely more modest if you're looking to get into a good project. Their floor price is just under 2 Ethereum with 4,800 holders. So if you're interested, I would suggest doing your research on them now. And then some other notable mentions that have performed very well this month, and you should definitely look into them, are the Galaxy Eggs projects, the Sevens, the 888 Inner Circles, Creature World NFT, as well as the Crypto Dads. And there have been two really interesting NFT announcements this month that I think are really going to impact the industry as a whole. Because Twitter announced this month that they would be allowing you to verify your NFTs and then use them as your profile pictures. So similar to how you get a blue check mark when you've been verified on Twitter or on Instagram, you would go through a similar verification process with your NFTs. They haven't released all the details, but I imagine you'll need to connect your crypto wallet to Twitter or through some third party, and then they'll be able to verify your NFT holdings. And then if you do hold a certain NFT that you want to use as your profile picture, they'll allow you to do that and then show all the users that it's been verified. And some people think this is a really cool idea. Some people are less excited about it. I think this is a great step in showing the mainstream communities that NFTs are here to stay, because when we have a big company like Twitter adopting NFT verification, that's going to signal to a lot of people that these things are sticking around at least for a couple of years. So down below in the comments, definitely let me know what you think about this Twitter verification of NFTs. But in my opinion, the biggest news story in terms of the NFT market comes from Robinhood. And first, I want you to think about what is the biggest obstacle for a new user to get into NFTs. Well, that's going to depend if they're already into crypto or not. Because if they're already into different cryptocurrencies, they're familiar with how the process typically works. They're familiar with seed phrases and setting up a crypto wallet. They're familiar with sending money to one wallet or another. and they just have a larger understanding of how cryptocurrency works and can translate that into NFTs much more easily. But if you take someone who has no experience with cryptocurrency and try to get them into NFTs, you not only have to get them understand why it makes sense to spend hundreds or thousands of dollars on a JPEG, but you also have to get them to understand how to buy Ethereum, how a cryptocurrency wallet works, how to set up and secure their seed phrase, and you just have so many barriers that make it difficult for someone brand new to get into NFTs. And that's where Robinhood comes in. Because Robinhood just announced on September 22nd that they're going to be creating and releasing their own version of a crypto wallet. They said that starting October, a select few users will be getting access to use these crypto wallets kind of as a beta test essentially, and then they'll be rolling it out to more and more people as time goes on. Now, why is this such big news, not only for NFTs, but also for the crypto space in general? Well, all you have to do is look at how big of an impact Robinhood made on the stock industry and see that they're going to do the same exact thing with the crypto industry. And Robinhood has over 21 million monthly active users on their app. And really the best thing that they've done with the stock industry is they made trading stocks not only inviting, but also exciting and very easy to do. Regardless what you think about Robinhood, I know there's different opinions out there, but you can't deny that their app is very streamlined, it's easy to use, and it keeps investing in stocks seem less intimidating than it did before. So when Robinhood rolls out their cryptocurrency wallet, I'm anticipating that it's going to be just as easy to use as their typical Robinhood app to trade stocks. And this means that more people are going to find their way into the cryptocurrency space and then on from that into NFTs. And my personal opinion is that Robinhood is doing exactly what the iPhone did back in 2007. Prior to the iPhone, most people just had Palm Pilots or old chunky Blackberries that were hard to use. Yes, they were smartphones, but they weren't really that smart and they were difficult to use. But when the iPhone came out with the multi-touch screen and the really nice and easy to use user interface, it totally changed the game for smartphones, and most every phone since has followed suit. And so as long as Robinhood can execute their crypto wallet really well, I think this is going to be massive for the crypto industry and it's going to be massive for the NFT industry. And there are 3 NFT projects coming out in October that you really need to be aware of because they've been getting so much attention. And the first, as you probably know, is Mechaverse. Mechaverse is one of the most exciting projects coming out. There's going to be 8,888 unique mechas who need drivers. You can see that the art is really just becoming spectacular in the NFT space. I think we're seeing a massive difference in the projects that are coming out now and that will be coming out in the coming months versus the ones that came out, 6 months, a year ago. As NFTs have been gaining in popularity, they've been attracting the attention of more and more prominent artists. And this is really just going to help raise the bar on the entire NFT industry. And these Mechaverse NFTs are coming out in the first month of October, so definitely be ready for the launch. And they're actually doing a raffle system where you're going to enter into a raffle and you might get selected randomly to be one of the people that mint one of these Mechaverse NFTs. And this whole process is hopefully going to make it super fair and also reduce the gas fee wars that we often see with new mints on Ethereum. And if you don't believe me and don't think these are going to be that popular, well, just look at Twitter. They already have 114,000 followers and they are launching on October 2nd and October 3rd. So definitely look into the Mechaverse NFT project. And next we have the new Artifact Avatar project, which is coming out as well this month in October. These are called the Artifact Avatar clones. And this is going to be their most ambitious project. You've probably already seen some of the NFTs from Artifact, and this is just another one of their projects. And in the past, their projects have done extremely well. Most of their NFTs have a floor price above 10 Ethereum. And so if that's anything to go off of, this Avatar project from them is also going to do extremely well. And the last notable NFT project coming out in October that I want to mention is Basement Dwellers. Basement Dwellers were actually created from the same artist that created Crypto Dads. So if you like that project, you may really like Basement Dwellers as well. And what's interesting about this project is it's really based off the stereotype of people living in their parents' basements. So if you can at all relate to that, you probably want to check out this project. There's going to be 10,000 of these Basement Dwellers and you can mint them for 0.069 Ethereum once they launch. So make sure to follow them both on Twitter as well as on Discord. So I hope you're ready for a jam-packed October in NFT land. Make sure to subscribe, comment down below, and I'll see you in the next video.